this is a breakthrough in AI video generation that we've never seen before. Introducing Runway Gen3. This new state-of-the-art model allows you to create text to video generations in 5 to 10 second increments, and on the other end, it puts out amazing videos. Not only is this groundbreaking, but it also comes at a time when people are desperately waiting around for OpenAI to release Sora. Sora still hasn't been released, and this is a model that has been talked about for months now, and we still don't have Sora. Meanwhile, other developers have been working hard to create video generation models that we can use as consumers. So in today's video, I'm going to give you an entire rundown on how to use Runway.ml to create video generations. This video is going to be broken up into chapters so that you can skip around and find exactly what you're needing help with. Just click around the chapters below this video. For the first example, I generated this man in this vibrant red suit just so I could really see him and he would stand out. Now, of course, this video isn't perfect. The people are a little bit short, and this guy's like kind of on a motorcycle, but not on a motorcycle. But if you just looked at this for the first time, you wouldn't even notice a lot of these things. Now for this next generation, you're going to notice me using this trend time and time again, and that is the FPV drone, or just a first person point of view in general. Any type of POV shot is going to give some amazing results. Fly an FPV drone through a futuristic cityscape at night, weaving between skyscrapers adorned with neon lights and holographic advertisements. The drone dips and dives through narrow gaps, speeds along elevated roads. And just look at this taxi that speeds by right here. Now for this next generation, I went with something a little bit more simple and a little bit more realistic looking. Shot of a truck pulling a car out of a snowy ditch in rural Nebraska. Now it definitely didn't generate the truck pulling anything out of the ditch, but it was a cool image generation nonetheless. Next up, we have this FPV drone flying through a dense forest, and it's darting between trees, gliding over a mossy ground, and look at that waterfall that generates at the end there. I just love how on this one, the shadows and the shading, everything is right. The sun glare stays in the same exact spot the whole time. It's reflecting off of the water. It just looks amazing. This is by far one of my favorite generations. This next one is near and dear to my heart, and that's because I love Australian Shepherds, and I have one myself, so this Australian Shepherd bounding through this field was just adorable. I had to throw it in here. Next, we have a rally car speeding through a desert landscape, but at the end here, it looks like it falls into a sinkhole or something, so I don't know what happened there. And then check this one out here. Female model walks down the runway in a trash bag dress with paperback sleeves. I think it did an awesome job generating this one. Even the people on the side look pretty realistic. This next one had quite a few glitches, but it turned out super cool. I love how it transforms into a bike right here, and then watch how he pushes off the wall. Pushes off the wall, that's insane. So as you can see, when you give it these longer prompts, it tends to want to switch things up a lot more. If you go with a shorter prompt, it's more of a stationary shot from what I've seen. Now, I think it does people extremely well, so check this one out here. Now, the hands are a little bit messed up, but then this touch here and the turn, it does a pretty solid job in my opinion. I mean, even if you wanted to cut some of this video out and use part of it for B-roll, this would be perfect for that. Now look, you can even generate these awesome cartoon style comics like this one right here. I didn't do any animating, it just came out like this from the prompt. So you could change these word bubbles around and you could change the subject matter, but you can use things like cartoon comic style to achieve similar videos. And check this one out. You can even do Pixar style scenes like this. Now, this one went a little bit crazy too, but as I always say, you can cut bits of this out and use what you need. I'm sure that the gears are already turning in your head about what you're going to generate using Runway Gen3. So let's go ahead and dive into Runway's pricing model so that you can understand the different ways that you can interact with this video generation model. So here we are at the Runway ML pricing page, and here you can see that they have a wide range of plans. They have everything from free forever all the way up to enterprise level plans. Now, me personally, I have the unlimited plan and I still want more generations. I still want faster generations. But the truth of the matter is this technology requires a lot of computing power. And At the end of the day, you are going to have to wait a little bit for these generations to come out. But this one is best if you are trying to generate a ton of images, whereas you can just try it out with the basic free forever version or just the standard version. Now, the reason that I went with unlimited is because, well, just that, it's unlimited. Now, the way that this works is you get credits every month in each of these plans, and these credits give you what's called a fast generation. So it allows you to queue up as many videos as you want and generate them all at once with your credits like this. Videos charge for credits by the second, and the older model is cheaper, I believe, than the newer model Gen 3. So if you're using Gen 2, it's not going to be as expensive from what I've seen. The other thing that you have to be thinking about is Runway is not just a video generation tool. Even though they just released Gen 3 Alpha and they're creating these amazing videos like the ones that I shared and more amazing videos here on their website, that does not mean that that's all Runway has to offer. So if you hit like say try Gen 3 here and you log into your account, and I'm going to show you some of the other awesome tools that you can use inside of runway.ml. Because the video is definitely a flagship feature, but they have a bunch of other cool features as well that help you justify some of the pricing. I mean, this could be an all-in-one content creation tool for the most part. You have generate videos, edit videos, audio. You have all of these different ways that you can generate videos. You also have the ability to edit videos by removing backgrounds, in-painting on moving videos, super slow motion videos, color grading, blurring out faces, motion tracking, extracting depth, scene detection, and depth of field. There's so much that you can do with Runway. If I click into audio here, you can even use generative audio, lip sync inside of your videos. Yes, you can lip sync the Gen 3 videos, but save some credits because you can only use credits with lip syncing. You can clean audio, remove silence, transcript a video. You can get subtitles here. You can generate images if that's your thing. If you don't already have a model that you're using, I don't use this for generating images. Typically, I would use Midjourney for that. You can also edit images. There's a bunch of image editing features here, and they've even gone into the 3D realm. Here we have 3D texture generator from text prompt and this 3D capture feature, which allows you to capture 3D models of things around you and create new dynamic scenes with AI. You can train custom characters, custom styles, and custom objects. But today we're going to be focusing on generating videos using Runway's Gen 3 model that they just released. So to access this, you may need to get a paid plan. I'm not 100% sure if they provide this for the free plans, but you might be able to generate a couple videos. I just know that you're going to burn through those credits super quick on the free plan. You might get one video out of them. So definitely upgrade if it's something that seems like it's valuable to you after you watch this video. So I'm just going to go to this generate videos tab over here, and then where it says introducing Gen 3 Alpha, fast and controllable next generation text to video, I'm just going to hit get started. Here it's going to open up a super slick and simple interface. Here I can just describe my shot and I can tell it exactly what I want to see in pretty much natural language at this point. If you go down here, you can change the time of your clip from 5 seconds to 10 seconds if you want. You can toggle that. Right now, the only options are 5 and 10 seconds for the duration. But if I go over to settings right here, I can change things like the seed, which is going to give me a similar result if I generate something with the same seed over and over again. It's basically like a unique ID for that video that you created. Here it gives me the option to remove the watermark on the generation. So this just adds a little Runway logo in the corner if you have this unticked, but I've just got it ticked. Now, if you go to custom presets here, you can create new custom presets for these videos that you're generating. I'm just going to stick with the prompt tab for now, and we're going to keep it super simple because this tool is very simple. But the main thing that you're going to want to focus on is prompt engineering. So there's two methods for this. One is generating prompts yourself, and some things that you want to think about are camera movements. You want to think about what type of camera you're using. You want to think about what style of shot it is. Is it cinematic? You might want to use words in there like IMAX if it's a cinematic shot. You want to include different camera motion keywords like dolly in or zoom out or handheld shot in or FPV style. Before we dive into the prompting, I just wanted to share a community that my brother and I started for you guys. So my brother Drake runs a channel called AI Foundations, and many of you probably know him and watch his videos, and maybe you already enjoy his videos. So him and I have banded together and we've created the ultimate AI course and community platform. and it's all hosted on school.com. You can watch content there, you can post there, you can ask questions. And one of the most valuable things about this group is you get to join our live calls and ask questions, and we just talk about AI. So if you join this group, you'll be ahead of the rest of the pack, and you're going to have a lot of fun learning AI in the process. So join the group while it's still affordable, because we are going to be raising the price as more members join, because we want to keep it exclusive. We want to keep it personal so that you guys can get direct access to me and Drake, and we can work with each other on tools like Runway. So when I'm doing image generations, which are pretty similar to video generations in some ways, you just don't have the camera lingo in there as much. What I do is I like to have at least a subject, the thing that I'm focused on in the video, and a setting. So the area or the environment that subject is inside of. So if you just have a subject and a setting, then you can add some action words and some verbs that get this character moving and taking actions. From there, we're also going to add a camera setting. So we're going to basically just give it the settings of the camera and the specs for what the camera is doing. The second way is to just generate it using an LLM. You can generate a prompt just by asking ChatGPT to give you a video prompt for a video generation software. We're going to be doing that a little bit later, but first I'm just going to try to generate my own prompt. And I'm not going to go too crazy with this. I just want to get a solid video generation so that we can get all of those elements that we need. So we want to get a setting. So I think for the setting, we're going to go with a bar, and I want to have a couple talking to each other at this bar, or maybe we go with like a fancy restaurant. So let's go with like a couple on a date at a restaurant and a camera panning in like a romantic style. So I'm just going to type in dolly in on a romantic couple talking as a waiter walks to the table and it delivers a delicious looking steak in the background. The room is lit with ambient lighting and deep shadows, IMAX style video, photo, realistic cinema camera LUTs in the editing. So let's just go with something like this. So I've included the romantic couple and the waiter as our subjects. They're also delivering some delicious looking steak. So that's basically our subject, our whole idea of this subject. So the couple is talking. I've added some verbs in there. The waiter is walking, delivering things. And then I added that the room is lit with ambient lighting. Now we're getting into the setting, right? So deep shadows, IMAX style. So these are like the camera settings. Also added the dolly in at the beginning. Let's just go ahead and hit generate and see how this does. Now, while we're waiting for this to generate, I'm just going to generate another video. But this time, I'm going to take my prompt over to ChatGPT and we're going to spice this up. So here we are inside of ChatGPT, and I'm just going to paste that prompt that I originally created. Next, I'm just going to enter down a couple times, and I've let my creativity work a little bit. So now I want to let ChatGPT do some legwork to improve this prompt. I'm just going to say, improve this video generation for Sora. Let's see if it even knows what Sora is. I'm just going to give this a go. All right, I think it did a pretty solid job here. So I'm just going to go ahead and copy this. I'm also going to say, make this scene more complex and include further details about the subjects. So we're going to try this one, and then we're going to try a more detailed one as well. All right, so the simple one is generating, and now we will add the advanced one. Now there is a 500 character limit, so I'm going to say reduce this to 500 characters for the detailed one. Even though I think it did an amazing job, sadly, we're going to have to reduce it down a little bit here, and we're just going to copy that, paste in Runway, and it's just a little bit too long, so I'm just going to back this up a little bit. What does it say here? Captured in IMAX. I like that. All right, let's generate that. Now, as you can see the progress of all your videos on the right side here, and I'm on the unlimited plan. So really quick, I just wanted to talk about how the unlimited plan works and then how credits work. So on the unlimited plan, I can be in explore mode, and explore mode is basically just going to take a little bit longer to generate images. As you can see, it's not taking all that long, but if I switch to credits mode, it's going to give me a lot faster unthrottled image generation. But as you can see, I only have 12 credits, and that's because I burned through all of them making these example videos and working on this video for you guys. So drop a like for me, please. I would really appreciate it. All right, so we're starting to see some results back here. Let's see what we got for this very basic one right here. So overall, so far, not so good. The cups are going into the table. This is not looking right exactly. It kind of merged the two scenes together. It looks like a little bit too much. Let's check out this one. From the first glance here, it looks better, but let's see how it turns out. Yeah, it looks okay. There's definitely some odd parts here, and I don't know why. See, that looks great in the beginning other than his hand there. But I don't know why the waiter's bringing them even more food here. Probably because I told the waiter to bring them more food. I guess I should have specified that they weren't eating yet. But overall, I kind of like this shot. If you were going like slow-mo right here, it might work. Another fun thing to do when you're prompting is to do really abstract, crazy things, because these look best with AI because that's what AI is. It's abstract, it's insane. It's got like all of these different warping things that happen with the videos typically. So what I like to do sometimes is just give it something like an adventure into a cup of coffee that turns into molecules and atoms as the camera quickly and infinitely zooms in. Dissolve to a colorful storm with a bursting transition. Let's see what we get with that. All right, and this romantic couple one generated again, but so far it's not looking how I wanted it to. Let's see. Oh, wow. Okay. So this actually is looking quite good. Few too many cups at the table, but other than that, this one is solid. This is the one that we use ChatGPT with, and it dissolves to the steak. Okay. I love that, actually. I love how it transitioned there instead of like merging the scenes together. His hand is a bit messed up, but I can live with it. That was an amazing shot. Okay, let's go on to this next one right here, the adventure into our cup of coffee. Let's also try fractals zooming through space at light speed into a black hole with all of history flashing before the screen. A mad scientist dumping red liquid into an Erlenmeyer flask. A man walking through a portal in time from a skyscraper in New York City to a pilgrim campsite with Indians, bearskins, and muskets on the ground. And it looks like it gave us like a picture, but turns into a video. So I guess it did kind of do what I wanted it to. And this is actually really cool, I have to admit, this generation that it does after the coffee, but it wasn't quite what I was looking for with the dissolve. So sadly, that one, it was good at the end, but I shouldn't have had the coffee in there because it just looks weird. Let's focus on one thing at a time. Let's do a fishbowl with a beautiful neon fish with a fantail glowing red in a dark studio room. All right, this is exciting. So more of our images are actually loading in here. We have fractals zooming through space at light speed into a black hole. Let's see what we get. Wow, I really like this one. So I really tend to like a lot of these abstract ones because you can do a lot with these and they take up a lot of time with this 10-second frame. Yeah, you could really do a lot of cool things with this. Think about even throwing it in slow motion if you needed to. Right, a mad scientist dumping red liquid into an Erlenmeyer flask. Let's see what we get. Oh my gosh, this is so cool. Okay, that might be one of the coolest ones yet, other than the fact that the water dripping out of that is not, it looks like water. It doesn't look like the red liquid, but overall, this is incredible. The hands look good. The mad scientist looks absolutely insane. This is perfect. All right, let's see about this one. Man walking through a portal in time from a skyscraper in New York City to a pilgrim village. Oh my gosh, this is pretty awesome. Let's see what the portal looks like. And he's out there. And now it's kind of a blend of New York City with the pilgrims there. I kind of like how this one actually turned out. I kind of wish that this doorway was a little bit sooner and earlier in the clip. But other than that, this is pretty awesome. The fire is placed in a peculiar location as well. I don't know if that's the best placement for a fire right there. For this next one, I just did this beautiful neon fish in the fishbowl in a dark studio, and then I also ran it through ChatGPT to see what that came up with. So we wanted to keep it simple on this prompt. Let's see what we got. All right, so here's the super simple one, and I like how that turned out, the red fantail. All right, let's see how this more advanced prompt did. Okay, so this one's definitely a little bit more neon. I would say this fish looks a little bit more orange though, and it looked like there's another kind of like ghost fish in the background. So maybe I got a little bit too detailed on this one. If you want to keep up with all of the latest AI news and how to use all of these amazing AI tools in your business and your personal life, then you should definitely join our AI Foundations community. Once we reach a member threshold, we are going to be raising the price, but we're giving you guys an amazing deal on this community right now. So you should definitely join in while we're developing our content and participate in our monthly calls where we join Zoom calls, we collaborate together. The AI Foundations community is really turning into a family, so we would love to have you there. Plus, we're all more up to date on AI than anyone else that we know. So we would love to have you in our AI Foundations community. You can join using the link below this video. Not only am I teaching in this community, but my brother over at AI Foundations is also teaching in this community. With us as your AI navigators, you aren't going to miss a beat. So I would love to see you inside of the community. You can join for the best price using the link below. Let me know what you guys think of Gen 3, and we'll see you in the next one.